I was the first girl in my group to have a real boyfriend. Well, at least the first girl to receive a genuine, passionate love letter from a handsome man with whom I'd spend the rest of my life, or at least the next 7 months. Kenny, the man who I'd spend those eternal 7 months with, had folded up my first love note in the pull here tab style. He handed it to me as he left my house one evening. I pulled the triangle tab down to pop open the secret note and unfolded it impatiently, and poof, the magic happened. All of my dreams had come true. It was a day grander than the day my mother finally let me buy something at Urban Outfitters. A day more adult than when I saw the copy of Playgirl I found in the forest while hiking. When I read Kenny's words, it was the finest day of my entire life. The letter said many romantic things and ended with, "God wants us to be together, Vanessa." As a teenage girl, I had to share this with my best friends immediately. I had to share my joy, my fulfillment, my emotional bliss, but also spread some envy. I hopped on my bike and headed straight for Aisha's house. I had to show her these words that girls raised on The Little Mermaid and Barbie waited their whole life, or at least 16 years of their life, to hear. A boy loved me, and he knew God loved our love. Now my friends needed to love our love. Aisha's mom let me into their house, and I rushed up to her room. "Look at what my boyfriend gave me," I squealed, forcing the folded letter into her hand. I can't squeal. She popped open the folded note, read it carefully, her brown eyebrows waving up and down with the thought as her eyes moved. I imagined her eyes were registering jealousy like none she'd ever felt before. More jealousy than the times in her life when someone else had cake or candy or a toy and she was given none. Surely she was thinking, how do I get a boy to love me like this? Or, I wish Kenny were my boyfriend. Yes, that had to have been what she was thinking as she read his expression of everlasting love. Surely that was what her black eyes were calculating, pondering. She paused after spending considerable time reading over the letter. "Can I borrow this for a little while?" she asked. I hesitated. The letter was a profession of undying love for me, not for her. Seeing my hesitation, Aisha added, "Just until tomorrow morning. I'll give it back to you at school. The letter's just so sweet. I wanted to copy some of it for myself. It's just incredible." Golly, Aisha was really moved, really swept off of her feet by the spirit of my magnificent boyfriend's love for me, by the pure, unadulterated affection that was my first relationship, and maybe even my last and only relationship. I consented to letting her hang on to the letter until next morning, and I begged her not to lose it. She returned the letter to me the next day in first period algebra, smiling with a very twisted little grin. A few days later, as I piled papers, folders, and textbooks into my locker, I caught sight of my best friends in their usual spot, crowded around the intersection of the wood-paneled hall, the beige-tiled hall. I slammed my locker and merrily skipped towards them like I did every morning. Yes, I was in love, and my best friends were waiting for me to join their group. We'd laugh and joke together before heading off to first period. Yes, my best friends were all waiting for me, waiting so we could all lift our spirits together before class, all my friends smiling, all wearing the same white t-shirt. The same white t-shirt? My merry skip slowed to a concerned crawl. Yes, all wearing the same white Hanes t-shirt with tiny black horizontal stripes on front. The same little blocks of text which had proclaimed in ink on cotton, once ink on paper only, "I can't get your beautiful face out of my mind, Vanessa. I want to kiss your lips over and over, Vanessa. God wants us to be together, Vanessa. Love, Kenny." In black Sharpie and white cotton across my friend's chest, my love letter had become public, decorative, embarrassing, and laughable. The only words I spoke to these frenemies, those backstabbers wearing the love letter t-shirts: "You're just jealous of our love." A few days later, one of my friends, Leah, apologized. She must have felt such guilt over mocking my divine romance. Or maybe it was because I couldn't stop crying. Or perhaps she apologized because I graffitied hateful words all over her driveway with sidewalk chalk. And her parents saw it and thus knew what she had done and told her she had to apologize for being such a cruel monster. Aisha never apologized, but somehow I forgot she never did, and I went to her birthday party a month later. I don't have many regrets. Most mistakes I embrace, but there is one regret I have today: destroying every love letter t-shirt that Aisha and my friends made. I even destroyed the one they made for me to wear. Yes, they made me one to wear. At Aisha's birthday party, Leah handed all the t-shirts to me. I took out scissors and cut each one into pieces and tossed them in the trash. My regret? I regret not realizing how much effort my friends put into handwriting Kenny's love note onto 5 different t-shirts in permanent marker. I regret becoming psychotically mad at my friends of many years over a boy I had only known for 3 weeks. It probably took Kenny 5 minutes to write and fold that love letter. But it took days for my friends to buy t-shirts and handwrite each word. They had to ask their parents for money, bike to the store, buy supplies, and then actually do the work of writing 2 pages of text onto the fabric. Kenny never went out of his way to show me he loved me, but my best friends would put in days of effort to pull a prank on me. I regret not having the t-shirt today as a symbol of my friend's humor, skill, and dedication. Kenny broke up with me because apparently God wanted us to have sex. But God had told me that I wasn't ready for it. My best friends are still my best friends, though. God really wanted us to be together.